Hey, it's been a while since the last normal video, huh? So you guys might have been wondering where I've been, and oh boy, let me tell you, you don't want to know. For those of you that follow my Twitter, hint hint, follow me on Twitter at Crabbage Arts. I participated in this little event me and my friends made up called Freebirds November. We came up with this concept back in December of 2020 as a joke and kept joking about it long enough until lo and behold, it was no longer a joke. What is Freebirds November, you may be asking? Well, it's pretty simple actually. Similar to another event that occurs during the month of November, every day we have to watch the critically acclaimed movie Freebirds starring Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson and pretty much see if we can make it to the end of the month. Yeah, it wasn't fun. You see, the challenge wasn't just watching the same movie every day. The challenge was watching the same bad movie every day. And I hate to say it, but after watching Freebirds for 30 days straight, I don't even think I can say it's that bad. Before this, I haven't watched Freebirds since around the time it came out, and midway through the month, I realized, man, I can't believe I could say that Freebirds is my most watched movie. And you know, I don't know how to feel about that. Like I mentioned earlier on my Twitter, hint hint, follow me on Twitter, I and some of my friends that participated in Freebirds November kept logs and journals to record our descent into madness. So I figured to make a permanent record of what we went through, I'd make a video to collect everything. From my journal readings to interviews with those who I suffered with, please enjoy watching our mental decline as we survive Freebirds November. Chapter 1. Humbled Beginnings. Day 1 of Freebirds November. I've been anticipating this day for almost an entire year, and it's finally come. Today begins the beginning of the end. The beginning of Freebirds November. I have just watched Freebirds, the beloved Thanksgiving movie starring Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson. Well, watch is a bit generous, as both my friends and I were joking around a lot, and I wasn't exactly paying attention to it. After watching it once, I cannot fathom watching this godforsaken movie 29 more times. Day 2 of Freebirds November. Dissecting the humor of Freebirds. Today's watching was not too different from yesterday's, but I highly doubt the next 28 days will be anything unique. I guess this time around we did make less jokes and actually watch the movie, so I actually was able to pay more attention this time. As we stopped making the funnies, the movie also had its fair share of funnies. Besides the occasional eye-roller jokes, I did chuckle at jokes such as Jake, Woody Harrelson's character, breaking the fourth wall, or the divorce joke near the beginning of the movie. Oh yeah, they also have two characters that make fun of the mentally handicapped, so that's fun. Day 3 of Freebirds November. A chilling discovery. Day 3 of Freebirds November was cut short as I had to attend a meeting with my college counselor at the same time as when we had our screenings. I tried to have the blessed movie in the background, but being in 2 calls ended up screwing up my mic, so I sadly said goodbye to Freebirds in order to be able to watch more Freebirds in my distant future. I did get a good chunk in the movie though. Anyways, I had a lingering thought in my mind that's been festering since day 1. How many people had a furry awakening through Freebirds? Day 4 of Freebirds November. God has a reason to stay up there. Today I would like to dedicate this journal entry to the topic I brought up in yesterday's log. Freebirds has an odd obsession with the main red turkey's Jake's ass. Freebirds has an odd obsession with their main red turkey's Jake's ass since it shows up like 4 different times throughout the movie. Freebirds has an odd obsession with the main red turkey's Jake's ass since it shows up like 4 different times throughout the movie. Someone had to design, animate, and render those scenes. They also for some reason decided to give the female bird, Jenny, some honkers, which I guess is to visually tell that she's a woman turkey, but like, why? This leads me to believe that at least one person on this godforsaken earth has had their furry awakening because of this movie, and one of these characters. And that truly scares me. Day 5 of Freebirds November. I'm feeling it. Today we watched Freebirds through chipchapp's phone screen share. To add on, I am currently on a road trip up to my grandparents' house for the weekend. It was quality and the audio was pretty jank, but I think I've gotten to the point where I know a good chunk of the lines and have the characters' voices in my head. However, that really does worry me since I didn't think I'd have this type of ability this early on in the journey. Screw No Nut November. Freebirds November is where you get the true superpowers. I definitely did not lose No Nut November to Freebirds. Hello everyone, today I'm interviewing other survivors of Freebird's November. I have my friend chipchapp Kevin here, aka Skebbles, Corbin from TokukuDude here with me today, and I'll be asking them a couple of questions related to their experience. Hello Chip, how you doing? Thank you. So my first question for you is, how would you describe your Freebird's experience? Your Freebird's November experience.
It was a very wide range of like emotions throughout, because like on the very first day, like I absolutely dreaded it, but like other than like past that, it was just like kind of smooth sailing, and then started getting a little bumpier near the end, but luckily it was able to end.
Long. November lasted a lot longer than it would have typically.
If I had to put it simply, I'd rather go through the end of the universe than do that again.
What would you say like your initial like reactions to the movie was after watching Freebirds on day one?
It felt very slow and very mediocre.
It was Freebirds, definitely. It was the same movie I remember as the last time watching it back in 2013, so...
Ah, yes.
On that fateful day.
On that fateful day when it first came out.
And I wouldn't imagine myself watching it more than once afterwards, but here we are.
Honestly, probably the first viewing was the worst one. I hated that one.
Really?
We watched it, I was like, we have to do this, oh wait, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, no, you can swear, I'll censor it out.
It was just like, wow, we have to watch this 29 more times. Damn it.
Chapter 2, Stockholm Syndrome. Day 7 of Freebird's November. Solitary. Today marks one whole week of Freebird's November. I once again was super busy today and missed the daily watch party of the titular movie, so I braved the movie alone. This time, not on a phone, but on my laptop. I mentioned it yesterday, but watching it on my own again today made the whole movie feel like a fever dream. I cannot wait to return to my group and slightly lift the burden of watching Freebirds off my shoulders. Day 8 of Freebirds November. Reunited, and it feels so good. Today I reunited with the group to watch Freebirds once again on this blessed Freebirds night of Freebirds November. It felt good not going insane on my own today, as I don't think I would have been able to last another consecutive day watching the movie alone. I'd like to dedicate the rest of today's journal entry to talk about my favorite character in Freebirds, Justy. He is a half-chicken, half-turkey hybrid who is implied to be mentally handicapped, and he is the best character in the movie. I have no idea how they got away with this joke in this character, but I'm glad they did, and I love him. Day 9 of Freebird's November, the third circle of hell. I'd like to dedicate today's journal entry to the absolute worst character in Freebirds, Governor Bradford. I hate this man with all my heart, soul, and being and wish him nothing but pain. I hate his voice and mannerisms. He is literally so goddamn annoying. The fact that this man was the one who coined the term Thanksgiving makes me dislike the holiday even more than I do. I hope he catches smallpox, dysentery, and measles all at the same time. Day 10 of Freebird's November, Film Theory. Today marks 1/3 of Freebird's November, and I'm starting to look too deeply into the movie. Time travel in movies almost never works out or makes sense because of how problematic and the rules they put, and Freebirds is definitely not an exception to this. Besides everything that occurs in the movie that definitely would affect the future, there is one detail that has been living in my mind for the past few watches. Spoilers, but come on, it's goddamn Freebirds, so I doubt anyone cares. But in the end of the movie, Reggie decides to stay in the past after the conflict is resolved and gets together with Jenny. If you really think about it, this could imply that Reggie is a distant descendant of himself and is stuck in an infinite loop of incest. Now, how would you say that Freebird's November has changed you as a person?
I feel like I find a lot of things funny that I shouldn't find funny now.
Well, I took a scan of my brain before Freebird's November.
Yeah.
Fine. I took a scan of it now. It's a lot smoother, more dense, 2 holes, 2 craters.
Yeah.
Somehow
shrunk, you know.
Yeah, so it's a little shrunken.
Yeah.
Like just extremely small things, just like humor me now.
Yeah, maybe I'm more patient now.
Now I value life more than anything, more than any other person has in their whole life before. And I think Owen Wilson has shown me that.
Chapter 3, Doubting Realizations. Day 11 of Freebird's November. I love Keith David. I'm gonna keep this journal entry short for today and leave you with this thought. These characters have the same voice actor, and after knowing this information, I cannot unhear the character as themselves, but as the other. if that makes any sort of sense. Day 13 of Freebirds November, at PETA. I made it late to watch Freebirds today, but I still watched it nonetheless. This movie is actually starting to get to me, since though I know the movie definitely happened, I am only now wanting to never eat turkey again. Even before, I wasn't too fond of turkey, but watching this movie 13 times daily has cemented the idea that I never want to consume that bird in the future. F it, I think this movie is making me want to turn vegetarian, vegan even. My life is in shambles. Day 14 of Freebirds November, Free Eternals. Went out to a movie theater for the first time since quarantine started to watch Eternals, but that doesn't matter because it wasn't Freebirds. I actually went a bit overboard on the popcorn and soda that I crashed hard when I got home, so I missed a good chunk of the watch party of Freebirds. I decided because of that I'll just watch Freebirds alone, and I did. If you really think about it, Eternals is just Freebirds for humans. Both have a funny looking ship, both have the plot of saving a species, and both have low Rotten Tomato scores. One of them is undeserved though. Day 15 of Freebirds November. God help me. It's the halfway point of Freebirds November. For half of this month, I have watched Freebirds every day and I don't know if I can make it. There's not much new I could say right now and I'm not sure if there will be. I've been holding back tears for about a week now and I think I'm about to break. This isn't torture. This is a fate worse than death. This is hell. Now, I know I'm pretty sure everyone's answer to this one is going to be very, very similar or the same. But who was your favorite character in the movie?
Justy! Oh my god, the perfect character in fiction. I can't describe how perfect of a character Justy is. If gods could describe Justy, he would be the best character in all of fiction. But yes, I would go with Justy.
Just. Meow, meow, meow.
I'm not even going to answer the follow question to that one because I mean that just explains it well enough.
I have to say Justy.
Yep. There it is. All right, and Chapter 4. Crabbage begins to break down arc. Day 16 of Freebirds November. Jake X Ranger is a better ship. I watched Freebirds alone again, and I don't know what about this one ticked me off, but it sure as hell did. After watching this movie 16 times, I have found new hatred towards the Jenny and Reggie relationship. Like, I know I'm down bad, but that relationship does not feel deserved at all. The fact that Reggie begins as an incel then immediately turns into a simp the minute he sees woman is whack as hell. And the movie just got super lazy and made their relationship so annoyingly obvious. And Jenny's line at the end of, "And I saved you, so technically I saved us all, so hooray for me," shows how much she literally does not care about him and discredits Reggie's hard work of saving literally the entire turkey race. Hashtag Reggie deserves better. Day 17 of Freebirds November. Darker yet darker. Day 19 of Freebirds November. I went out with friends again tonight and had to skip out on the Freebirds watch party. Was super tired so I watched it on my phone in bed. I fell asleep halfway through the movie. I just woke up. Day 21 of Freebirds November. Do nothing day. Except watch Freebirds. Forgot to make my log earlier, but I was actually able to make it to the watch party this time. Today was a pretty chill day and I didn't have anything planned today, so all I had to look forward to for the day was literally only Freebirds. Probably my biggest fear throughout this entire month. I had to get work done, but I decided on actually watching the movie on the side while I was deafened. Not gonna lie, after not truly watching the movie for the past few days, there was something very nice about watching it vanilla again. What's your opinion on the character Governor Bradford?
He's alright.
Okay.
Nothing more.
I don't like him.
Okay, good.
Governor Bradford. Oh yeah, it's the big dude, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know what a hyperthyroid condition is. That they didn't know what that was during Thanksgiving times. Besides that, though, he's fine. His voice is kind of funny.
Oh shoot, you're right. Wait, how do they know? Wait a second.
Yeah, the line where like they're making a joke about how fat he is, and he's like, I have a hyperthyroid issue.
Yeah, wait, you're right. Dude, conspiracy theory? Maybe he's a time traveler? Chapter 5. Thanksgiving Filler. Day 22 of Freebirds November. We're washed. Yeah, so I fell asleep again and missed the watch party. To make up for it, this time I decided to watch Freebirds while playing Rocket League with other friends, and let me just say, I fully blame our losing streak due to Freebirds. Like, we lost so many games and we were literally popping off yesterday. I guess it was kind of just a sensory overload, but like, I thought I've become so desensitized to Freebirds that I just wouldn't notice. Maybe I haven't been watching Freebirds enough. Sad face. Day 24 of Freebirds November. Cursed. You know, I had a whole thing planned to post for today's journal entry, but so much happened in today's viewing that I'll just save it for tomorrow. I have seen things that I wish I could unsee. Honestly, just send me to Turkey Paradise at this point. Day 5 of Freebirds November. Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I ate a lot of cornbread today, so I was very woozy and sleepy during today's watch of Freebirds, but I was happy nonetheless. My family actually followed the morals of the movie and did not eat turkey this year, and instead we had the more superior ham. Anyway, we have 5 days left of Freebirds November, and we made a realization that brought joy and sadness. After 5 more days, we will be done with Freebirds and probably will never be watching the movie again. But that also means leaving behind our favorite boy, Justy. Sad face. If Relatively Media approached you and asked for you to work on Freebirds 2, would you take up their offer?
Yes, that'd be awesome.
What would you want to work on specifically?
Probably what I'd be best at doing for something like that is maybe like storyboards.
Oh, that's tough. I don't know, cause I want to say like yeah, obviously, but like that's so much commitment. That's like more than a month of commitment to Freebirds. And I just think a month of commitment to Freebirds. That's like almost 2 years probably.
Depends. If I can make Jesse the main character, then yes.
Okay. Is that your only criteria?
That's my only criteria with that.
I definitely think I can probably write a good Freebirds too. Honestly, I will say this genuinely. I feel like I have a better understanding of some of the Freebirds characters than maybe some of the staff did when they worked on it.
Yeah. Chapter 6, Freedom Birds. Day 26 of Freebirds November. Side characters. After all this time watching Freebirds, I just have to question why the makers of the movie included these random side characters with distinct personalities, only to never really utilize them until the end. Like, Justy is an exception because he's Justy, but characters like Danny, Amos, and Furley, all pictured below, are just kinda there for the joke. They all have ongoing quirks that are repeated throughout the movie, yet don't contribute to anything related to the plot. Even the little girl that saves Reggie is pretty much sidelined after the first 10 to 20 minutes of the movie, and she's on the freaking poster. I just don't understand, and if for whatever godforsaken reason they decide to make a second one, I hope they develop these characters more. Day 28 of Freebirds November. Endgame. This is the week it all ends. It's been a long and hard journey, but it's all coming to close this Tuesday. Did I gain anything from this? No. But I'm still gonna be making a video about this experience. It honestly brings a tear to my eye that this wretched month is finally going to be over soon. Day 29 of Freebirds November. Happy Freebirds November, everyone. So I missed the dub session of Freebirds because I was wrapping up one of my last college applications, which really does suck. They recorded that session, which I'll watch soon, but instead I watched Freebirds by myself for the last time. Tomorrow is the big viewing and I cannot honestly wait. Not only because we'll be watching in a big server made specifically for the event, but because tomorrow it will all finally be over. Like the birds, we will all be free. Day 30 of Freebirds November. Fly high. It's all over. After a whole month of watching Freebirds every day, I could confidently say that this has been such a life-changing experience. Now, if it was for the better or for the worse, I can definitely say it was for the worse, but I don't regret it. I had a lot of fun suffering through this with my friends, and I am so proud that we got through it. To think that this all started with a joke back in December of 2020. Coming a bit almost to a close here, do you have any regrets?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious which one's the biggest one.
Yeah, doing that challenge, that was stupid. That was stupid. That was the dumbest idea we ever had.
I sometimes think I do, but I don't think I do.
No, I liked it. It was fun. It's weird. It was like weirdly sad when it was over, but not sad enough to where I'd want to do it again. It was just like a little sad.
Well, that leads to my next question. Given the chance, would you do it all again?
No.
And if not, what would it take to make you do it all again?
No.
All right, now, because you said no, what would it take for you to do it all again?
I guess I want Owen Wilson to join us on this experience to see how much torment he's put us through. That's the only chance I'll ever do that again.
You're gonna make him face his demons just to.
Exactly. He's gonna have to face his own demons in order for us to go through that again.
No.
All right, now follow up to that one. Because of that, what would it take you to do it all again?
An hourly wage to watch it.
An hourly wage. So you get how long's the wait? An hour 30.
An hour 30.
What would the wage be? Because you get paid like
oh
once.
yeah, I guess I should have said that. No.
What's your wage?
I've honestly watched through Freebirds that many times over and over again. I freaking do that. I'd have to be paid like minimum like $40 an hour
Per watch, pretty much.
I want to say like, oh, give me $1 million and I'll do it again. But like, I don't even know if I can do that. Actually, yeah, no, give me like a large sum of money.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I had. Thank you for doing this, Kevin. Well, thank you for doing this for me. I think you probably had the most serious answers I've had so far. Thank you for doing this with me, Chip.
Alright.
Yes, this was a horrible experience. Fun at the same time, but I'm never doing this again. Never doing this again.
Never again.
So what did I learn from this treacherous journey? That there's a silver lining to everything, even the things that seem absolutely horrible? That you should always try to persevere in the face of adversity? That the true meaning behind Thanksgiving and life in general is to cherish your time with the ones you love and make the most of every nothing. This was a god-awful experience and I never want to go through something like this ever again. Okay, what the fuck? Sorry for the fan in the background. The day I'm recording this is when it's really freaking hot, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's technically my longest video on the channel that's not a stream, and you could see why it took so long to upload this video, especially with the Christmas video coming out in between it. Either way, I hope you guys like this video. This is the type of content I like doing, and I'm going to be doing more other unique content besides storytime in the future. So I hope you guys enjoy what you guys see, because I got a lot of good plans for future videos. Thank you again for the fan art. It's so good to see. I love it. I love it so much whenever you guys send me fan art. It always just warms my heart, you know? God, it's been so long since I've recorded an end card. Be sure to follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, and if you have any other fan art to send, be sure to send me there, because I'm most likely going to see them there, and I'm most likely going to be able to get them from there, so yeah. I'm actually going to be graduating next month, so don't expect any videos coming out, because I'm most likely going to be spending my time trying to enjoy the time I have left with my friends, so yeah. Thank you guys again for watching my suffering, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!